Yo, doom 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 doom.
Uh-oh.
In this week's episode of The Adventures of the Great Iceman, Iceman talks to CNN host. Man, what's that chick name?
Caitlin Collins.
Caitlin Collins. Man, I can't stand no Caitlin Collins, man. Check out her. My name is. Check out her. Try to catch him up, asking. You know what she's gonna do? Ask the same 50 questions
Over
over
and
and
over.
over again. But the Iceman does the ice stare
Exactly.
and he's gonna let her know the truth. My name is Marcus Russell.
Alex W, man.
It's the Marcus Russell Show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Need 100,000 subscribers. Check out bro's page in the descriptions.
Get right to it.
Just today, ICE says it has made 1,179 arrests. How many of those people had been convicted of crimes in the U.S.?
Look, I don't know exact numbers with me, but I'll give you an example. I was in Chicago yesterday for that operation, and everybody but I think four collateral arrests. Everybody else was a criminal. And when I walked out
Everybody but
at the
four.
end of my shift, we already had I think 9 Tren de Agua. 2 of them actually being charged with crimes because here's an illegal alien gang member in the United States selling illegal guns in the neighborhood, and they even sold the switches, which turned the gun into fully automatic machine guns. We arrested, I think we had a total of 7 sexual predators, sexual crimes against children. We had 2 illegal aliens convicted of murder that were released by that state prison back to the streets. So everybody we arrested in Chicago yesterday was a significant public safety threat. There were several collateral arrests that happened to be there when we arrested the bad guy. So this operation right now is concentrated on public safety threats and national security threats throughout the country.
So the majority of those yesterday did have criminal records, and do you believe the majority of today?
Listen, if you came into this country illegally,
You have a criminal record. You're illegal at that point.
you're all right. You broke the law. You're not a regular civilian, so you don't even have rights,
Yeah.
laws that protect you. You don't have them anyway. You know
It's
what I'm
like she
saying?
doesn't know what the word illegal
Like, how
means.
can you be a reporter and you can't comprehend what illegal means?
Yeah. CNN's becoming more and more irrelevant, bro.
Man, I think since they trying to cater to their party, I guess they just don't even want to listen to the American people anymore. This is
Yeah.
the
They voted for this.
right. This
You
is
know, he
the
won on immigration,
majority
and
of the country. We all feel the same way. Y'all need to come on in.
let's see what we
Today's
got.
numbers have criminal records?
I won't see those numbers till midnight tonight, but again, we're focused on criminals. But I think you and I discussed before, but in sanctuary cities, you're going to see a higher number of collateral arrests. I mean, we're going to have more criminals, but there's going to be a big number of what we call collateral, because when we're forced into the neighborhood to find the bad guy, he's probably going to be with others, and we're not going to instruct ICE agents to ignore their oath, ignore the law. If they're here illegally, they're going to go and they're going to go to jail too. And that's why I'm imploring the sanctuary cities, let us in the jail, arrest the bad guy in the jail where the community's safe, the officer's safe, the alien's safe. You're forcing
That
the
part.
community, you're going to get exactly what you don't want.
And
More agents in the neighborhood and more collateral arrests.
when you say collateral arrest, you mean someone who doesn't have a criminal record but is here, is an undocumented immigrant. They still get deported as well,
Illegal.
right? You're not letting them go back to their neighborhoods or to their jobs. Is that right?
Yeah, if they're in the country illegally, they're going to get arrested too.
Now that you're officially in your position, you've been here about a week on the job. We spoke to you last before you had actually come in formally to the role. Do you have a better target number for how many people you want to deport overall?
As many as we can. My goal is, I think success is removing every criminal gang member out of this country, every public safety threat, illegal alien out of this country, every child trafficker, illegal alien out of this country. Then that aperture opens, right? We got 1.4 million illegal aliens in this country who had due process at great taxpayer expense. They were ordered removed by a federal judge and didn't leave. They became a fugitive. They're next. So we're going to keep
Right.
opening
So
that.
like it's already 1.4 million people with warrants
Hmm.
that have already been ordered by the judge to be deported. Now,
Exactly.
now check it. We only get 1 to 3,000 people a day. Just imagine how long it's gonna take just to get that 1.4 million. You know,
Exactly. And then some still sneaking in, you know.
they're saying it's upwards of maybe 30,000 illegal immigrant. I mean, 30 million. I mean, illegal
I could see
immigrants.
that number being realistic.
So, 1.4 is just the ones that are already were told by the judge to get out. Come on, Iceman.
Aperture in enforcing immigration law. And
And how
I'll
long?
implore those in the country illegally, those who don't have a final order, those who have not been ordered by an immigration judge. If you're in the country illegally, you should leave. Because
You
if
broke
we
the
have to
law.
formally deport you, you can face anywhere from a 5 to 20-year bar from ever coming back, either as a student, a visitor visa, a tourist visa, or be petitioned by a U.S. citizen child. If you're in the country illegally, you haven't been ordered deported, leave and come back
Yeah.
the right way, because there'll be other opportunities.
You're talking about going after public safety threats, national security threats first, but you just said that aperture is going to widen, meaning the scope of the people you're going to go after. How long do you anticipate before you're in that next phase where the aperture has gotten wider?
Very soon. I mean, sanctuary cities are making it very difficult to arrest the criminals. For instance, Chicago, very well educated.
Exactly.
They've been educated how to defy ICE, how
Listen to
to
this.
hide from ICE. And I've seen many pamphlets from many NGOs. Here's how you escape ICE from arresting you. Here's what you need to do. They call it know your rights. I call it how to escape arrest. There's a warrant for your arrest, and they tell you how to hide from ICE. No, don't open your door. Don't answer questions. Okay, you can call it know your rights all you want, but there's an order for their removal. They've been ordered removed by a federal judge after due process at great taxpayer expense. They need to go. But if we got to play that cat and mouse game, that's what we're going to do till every one of them gone.
In terms of how you're messaging this, obviously you've been speaking publicly. We know that officials were told to be ready to be in front of the cameras. Agents were, that they could be around when these arrests were happening. We saw Dr. Phil was along and embedded with one of your teams. How much thought are you putting into making this kind of a made-for-TV moment in order to publicly message or whatever your strategic goal is here?
Really quick, guys, before we get into that answer. Deportation was never a problem until Trump wanted to enforce it.
Right.
Uh,
Tom Homan worked for Obama.
he did, but the way I'm trying to say it, uh, Trump wanted to make it,
Yeah, he
more
wanted
known on the
everybody to get
media.
behind it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's being transparent with what's going on. But they wasn't talking about it during their
Du-
administrations.
during times when Obama was in office,
How many
he
did he
deported
deport?
3 million people,
Right, and
and they weren't talking about it in the media.
nobody's calling him an evil person or nothing like that. That's your man's, remember Obama?
So it's weird how these Democrats and these people on the mainstream media pick sides and choose when they want to fight against something.
Right.
You know,
It was
that
cool when Obama was doing it. It was
it's a problem when
cool.
he does
It
it.
was cool when Biden was investigating Trump, but now that Trump wants to investigate the people that now it's a problem. You know,
Exactly. They can't take
they own mess. They
yeah.
own heat.
Let's keep going, guys. Let's see what we got. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. My channel is in the description.
Well, look, we got Kristi Noem, she got her vote this weekend. You're going to see a lot more from Secretary of
Homeland.
DHS. Should be out here talking much more. We've the new CBP commissioner who's being nominated, Rodney Scott. He will empower the chief patrol agents to talk. So we want all the frontline managers to talk throughout the country. But the message I'm sending is that we're going to force immigration laws in this country. If people don't like it, then they need to change the law, because ICE isn't making this up. We're enforcing laws enacted by Congress and signed by a president, but we're doing it in a smart way. The Trump administration in the beginning says we're going to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats are out of the gate. The worst first, and that's what we're doing. But like I say, as we go on, we're not going to say it's okay for 1.4 million illegal aliens to ignore a judge's order to deport. So they're going to be next. And we're going to keep opening that aperture up. So we're sending a message. It's not okay to be in this country legally. It's not okay to enter this country legally. Is it a crime? Right. And there's going to be consequences.
Do you have a number of how many people you'd like to have deported by this time next year?
Yes. I
I don't have a number. As many as we can arrest and deport.
Okay, but no
We're
firm
going to
number.
enforce the law. If they're here in the country legally, they got a problem, and they're not off the table.
Yeah, but on numbers, you have been clear that your success here in this effort will depend on how much money you can get from Congress. Now that you're in this role, do you know how much money, what kind of budget you would need to deport the people that you say are public safety threats, national security threats, and also the 1.2 million that you just referenced there who've gotten orders from a judge?
1.4 million. And yes, look, we need more than 100,000 beds. Right now, we got about 34,000 beds. We'll fill them up in a week. So we need at least 100,000 beds. We need more international air flights. We need more ground transportation. We need more money to hire more officers and border patrol agents. And that's why we're bringing right now the whole of government is coming in, right? In the Chicago operation and every operation throughout the country now. We got DEA, we got FBI, we got U.S. Marshals, we got ATF, we got HSI, we got ERO. So right now we're bringing the whole of government into this so we can create more teams and arrest more people. So this dynamic is constantly changing. And depending on the city, is it a sanctuary city or not a sanctuary city?
Yeah, you're using them as like a force multiplier, but when it goes to the real money that you'll need from Congress to get more beds and to hire more agents, if Congress is not reliable, as I'm sure you are well aware in terms of what they can get passed. I know they believe this is a big part of Trump's agenda, but if you don't get what you need from Congress, can you achieve what you're trying to achieve here?
We're going to do everything we can with what we have, and we're going to arrest as many as we can. However, you're right.
Like you said, they
can be
had no
more
money
successful
Obama.
if we have more money, if we can buy more beds. Because every time we arrest an illegal alien, we just don't deport them that day. We have to detain them for a few days or a few weeks to get travel documents, get landing rights in their home country. So the more money we have, the more we can do.
Yo, any of my opinions that I have are based on my personal experience.
Exactly.
You know, I like what this administration represents. So
Exactly.
that's why I support it. I have a few things I want to say. If this is your first time watching my channel, watching our channel, this is a politics news channel, a Republican politics news channel.
Conservative.
You know, and I'm a black Republican, if you didn't know that. Now, YouTube, you don't never see me talking about no bunch of black stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like black this, black that. I don't do that. And why? Because I'm gonna say some real stuff on this because he said I could vent. It's not that because most of my viewers are white Americans. That's not the reason because YouTube, most of America is white Americans. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's because I know I don't want to hear that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I know that America don't want to hear that stuff unless it actually applies. Okay, I'm saying all that to say this. I've been black in America my whole life. I've never heard immigrants speaking up on my behalf. We've been having a couple problems here and there in America my whole life. I've never heard a Mexican say, "Oh, these black brothers, my black brothers is out here." You know what I'm saying? You've had an opportunity to be nice or even feel connected to us. My opinion on this issue is based on my personal experience. Illegals have never ever liked me or us.
Yeah.
Okay, and so now that America about to kick y'all out, white America about to kick you out, you want me to stand up and defend you? I am not. You know, and okay, and then also this president is like an anomaly. You know, he's literally fighting against my personal enemies. The Department of Justice, we've never had justice here. And so he wants to dismantle that. Congress, the same Congress that passes laws like affirmative action that they only use to be racist against you or funnel money into their personal pockets. We've been fools to that. The same Congress who killed Martin Luther King, JFK, Malcolm X, the list goes on. You know, that same Congress, he's dismantling that. And then you think my enemy, because I'm black, is the police? It's not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The police only, as a matter of fact, foreigners only have a negative opinion on black people in America because the media has perpetuated an image of us so badly, the fake news, that before they come here, they already don't like me. Police lock up disproportionately more black people in America because the media makes it seem like all the crime is being committed by people of color. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now Trump, my president, is going after the fake news. You know, it's a lot going on. They using this situation to try to make you still fall for the trick, the spell that you've been under. But I have no sympathy for nobody who never had no empathy for us. You know what I'm saying? I support now. If I was the president, would I drag y'all out the country? Probably not. But since Trumpito is the president, whatever he wants to do, I'm on his side.
Exactly.
You tell me what side you're on, America.
Please. And while you're at it, I can't keep up with that one. I'm not gonna lie. While you're at it, check out my channel description. Make sure you're liking this video and letting us know how you feel in the comments about this video. Out.
Peace.